What if I told you you could make it feel like you are everywhere without spending a fortune on ads or contractors, freelancers, and all this thing to optimize for different channels? Most people think omnipresence in marketing requires a massive ad spend or huge teams, but the truth is, thanks to modern tools, you can do it pretty cost effectively. Stick with me, I'm going to walk you through a simple system that I've been using that allows me to be on multiple platforms with content multiple times per day without breaking the bank, that's helping me generate better reach for my business. Okay, omnipresence in marketing. Why would you care about this? Look, if you've got a good offer that gets results and helps people and all of this, but you are still struggling to make good money, then the likelihood is that the issue you have is with how many people are seeing the offer. Okay, so you need to try and get in front of more people. Now, you can do this through many different manual methods. I did a video on slow and fast marketing, where you've got your matrix here, you've got expensive up here and free, slow and fast, right? You can be free and fast and just start calling people, DMing them. You can go slower, that's free with like SEO stuff, but all of this. But essentially, a lot of people, good offers, good conversion rates, good marketing, but they're just not being seen by enough people. And what they'll do, and what we're told to do, is to focus on one channel, dominate that channel, and then just do it that way. And that's great advice. But I've been working on something where I'm going to focus on one channel, which is YouTube for me. And I'm going to take what I'm doing on YouTube and I'm going to make that something that I can then use on Facebook, Insta, TikTok. I can even do it on X, Blue Sky. Blue Sky would be over here. YouTube Shorts, all in, takes me about, I'd say 60 to 90 minutes to do at least one post on all of these platforms every day for 7 days. Now I'm going to explain how to do all of that, but first I want to show you a really good example of this in action. Okay, so if you're not aware, this is Neil Patel, who is one of the OG SEO marketers, probably one of the biggest faces in digital marketing, specifically in SEO. And I don't think that there's anybody better out there at really just getting massive reach. You could argue that he's done some black hat and some grey hat stuff in the past, but still, take the method out of it. This guy is a master at growing across multiple platforms. And I want to show you this, right? So here we go, LinkedIn, 700,000, post multiple times per day, 238, 239, 112, 1,710, and that's just yesterday. So if you're doing something like my spearfishing strategy, he's got 1,700, 1,800. He's got over 2,000 people he could go spearfishing with that have engaged with his post. Hey, you'd be interested in coming into a business. We've got these services. And you think, wow, that's great. He's really doing well on LinkedIn. Let's just have a quick look at it. So that's Neil in like a beige cardigan. Let's go to his LinkedIn. Neil Patel, public figure. So he had 700,000, 750,000 followers on LinkedIn. Here, 1.1 million, same post. Neil Patel on YouTube. 2 weeks, 2 days, 3 weeks. Not exactly like publishing every single day on YouTube, but I reckon 2 days, 9 days. All right, it's like once a week. Shorts. Is it Neil in a grey cardigan? It is not. Amazing. Different though, like different things. So we might be optimizing for all of these different channels. Instagram, Neil in his beige cardigan. Let's look at his TikTok, Neil in his beige cardigan. And we're looking here, 280,000, 610, 1.1. It was 1.36 here, 1.1 on Facebook. And basically the guy is everywhere. He's really good at getting reach and he has a really strong personal brand, which he used to grow his agency because he's everywhere all the time. The whole concept with omnipresent marketing is basically somebody logs on to Facebook, they see you. They log on to LinkedIn, they see you. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean that they're just going to default to buying from you. However, that brand awareness is key in getting people to start to take note and to trust you. If you're producing good content, you start to build up those base layers of trust. And simply by being seen everywhere, they're like, oh, I know this guy or girl. They do that stuff, they talk about this. And so being seen consistently is quite important for just getting recognition, which is the first step into then hitting them with an offer. And I did the spearfishing with strategy walkthrough as well, where you can then retarget those people with paid ads, because if they're engaging, they're likely reasonable customers for you, so you can redo it. So being seen in more places can actually really help people feel more comfortable doing business with you. And when you get to like a celebrity status like Neil, then those sales are going to be much easier. But here's the thing that I found really interesting. So we go over here. This is a post that Neil did a little while ago. Personal branding is powerful. Corporate brands often scale much larger, 100%. In our agency's first year, his personal brand drove $5 million in revenue. By the third year, they'd reached over 30 mil, but his personal brand was still capped at 10 mil. Now he's basically saying this, that a corporate entity doing 200 billion in revenue, he'd take that over the fame any day. And I 100% agree with him. If I could, I would take the money and I would be a complete unknown in the world. I don't need people knowing who I am. I don't want people knowing who I am. But the fact stands that because he has such a strong personal brand, in the first year, they did 5 million in revenue. How many people do you know set up a business and do 5 million in revenue within 12 months? Very few. Personal brand drove a lot of that. And the reason that his personal brand is so strong is that Neil has been a master at getting reach and eyeballs on him. And because his content, it's been a while since I've checked in with him. I used to write for one of his businesses, but it's been a while since I've checked in with the content because I don't do much in SEO. If his content's good, then people are going to also like and trust him. He's just everywhere. So question is, how can you do that? Because somebody like Neil pulling 5 million a year, even before that with his other businesses, Neil was probably had like dozens of people working for him that were specialists in LinkedIn, specialists in Insta, specialists in different channels that they could optimize it. Most of us, we can't afford to do that. So I want to run you through a little system that I've been using that I found helps quite well. So essentially, what I would recommend that you do if you want to take on this kind of omnipresent marketing channel is pick one channel. And this will be your primary channel. And this is where you're really optimizing things for, because I still believe the advice of pick one channel, get it done, get good results, and then move on is great advice. However, the way that things work now is you can easily repurpose content to be seen multiple different places. So personally, for me, my main channel is YouTube. At the minute, this is what I'm really trying to grow. And there's a reason for this, is because it is video-based. Now, video-based, the reason that I think that this is good is because a video has far more flexibility in how you can repurpose that for different things. So you actually have the video itself, which can be cut into short. You have the audio, which you can just use as audio if you want to, which is then also the transcript, right? So the video itself can be turned into shorts. The audio you could put up as a podcast if you wanted to. I don't do anything with audio. I don't want a podcast. I don't want to have to market it. The transcript can then be turned into social posts on written formats like in Facebook, X, all of these. And you can even then take that transcript, pull out key insights and create bulk images in Canva for things like Instagram. So personally, the reason that I focus on YouTube is one, because I think YouTube has a better future than many other channels out there, but also video has more flexibility in how you can chop that up. What I'll then do is I'll take one video, which, my videos are usually around 10 minutes. And then with this, I can create 10 shorts. I can create 10 social posts, like written social posts. And just that alone is great. But I also then have one long form video. And what I'll do, 10 shorts, they then get scheduled in for YouTube Shorts, LinkedIn, where else do I put them? Facebook, Insta. Okay. Basically then, if anybody logs into one of these, they have a chance of seeing my stuff. I have 10 social posts, and these are written ones, which can be used on Facebook. Then, where else can I use those? You can use them on X and things. I'm not really very active on X. You can use them there. Great. And the long form video, I can then also share that to TikTok, YouTube, obviously, but that's where I begin things. LinkedIn, Facebook. So if we're doing one post per day and there's no overlap, I've got 21 days worth of content from one video. The video itself is one day, and then I can chop it 10 different ways to get other stuff. And that's just a 10-minute video. How do you actually chop this up? AI. So I'll tell you, I use Descript. I'll pop a link below to check it out. I use Descript to record all my videos because I'm not an editor, and it makes editing very easy. But with Descript, there's a bunch of little AI tools within there. So I can just give it a prompt. And if I need 10 shorts, I will ask Descript to create 15 shorts for me, because invariably there's going to be some that are not used. This takes 1 minute. It takes me 5 minutes to double check them and then delete the ones that I don't want and then download them. Easy. Download in bulk, get them done. Perfect. So I've created 10 shorts in 6 minutes from that one long form video. With Descript, I'll then export the transcript, and I created a custom GPT that uses the systems that I create on how to look at things like adoption lenses and basically turn one idea into 5 pieces of content where it doesn't ever feel like that they are overlapping or you're talking about the same thing again and again. And I'll use that custom GPT to create 10 social posts written. And then I just use a scheduling tool I use as SocialBee, because I can just create a queue, which again, I'll pop a link in the description down. But I use SocialBee, I could just upload all of that stuff. This whole process, because of the way that I'm doing it, between recording this video, editing the video into script, and getting this stuff, I can do in 60 to 90 minutes. And I'm basically then covered, because I publish multiple times per day on these platforms, 60 to 90 minutes to get all of this done and scheduled in. I'm then done for the week. 1 hour to get a full week's worth of content across several different channels. And the whole thing, Descript, I think it's like $14. SocialBee is, I think it's $20. And then if you're using, I use ChatGPT for the custom GPTs that I share with people in Growth Models Plus, I think that's $20. So you're looking at 20, 40, $55 to basically have an omnipresent marketing machine that you're on every channel, every single day. And you might say, oh, I don't want to have AI written content. If you do this the right way, I don't think there's any ethical or moral issues here. The reason is because I'm not asking the AI to create stuff. What I'm asking the AI to do is to simply reformat. I'm giving, this is the transcript. So I'm giving the AI the transcript of my insights, my opinions, my experience. I'm giving that to the AI. And I've trained the custom GPT to use my templates for the social posts. And so the output is the templates that I would use and my own opinions. It's not actually creating anything new. It's just reformatting my thoughts into something that will work on different channels. This is what most massive marketers and influencers do. Maybe not with AI, but they have ghostwriters, they have teams where they will tell that person, hey, here's what I think is important, here's what I want to talk about. Can you create, here's a video, can you create shorts out of this? All that we're doing is we're not hiring somebody for $2,000 a month. We're just having AI do it for $55. Is it perfect? No. You're going to end up with no good and a couple that you can't use. But again, it's the same as hiring a ghostwriter. It's just that you can do this much faster on your own time. And you could even hire an assistant to then manage this for you. And the assistant would be a lot cheaper than a full ghostwriter. But because it's my opinions and it's my templates here, I don't care. If anybody turned around to me and said, oh, how dare you do this? You're using AI. This isn't genuine. I'm like, these are genuinely my thoughts. I'm recording the videos. I'm just using AI to take something that I've created and make it so that it's more distributable across different channels. That is what I've been working with to be more omnipresent on different channels. My current focus is, and let me see if I can actually bring that out. Do you know what? I'll just tell you. Be easier this way than logging in. So I have currently, I think I'm testing something at the minute. 3 written posts a day on LinkedIn, Facebook, all these. And so it's one morning, one. Let's try and make this colorful. So the written post, and then we have shorts, and then we have long form. So for the shorts, 2 per day, long form, 3 per week. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And so my day is basically like this in my scheduler. I have an AM long form written post that the AI has created from my video transcripts, one in the early afternoon, one in the evening. In between, I have shorts. And on the days where a long form post is shared, there's one in there. So across several different platforms, I'm posting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times, 5 to 6 times per day to try and grow that audience. It is, in my opinion, good content. It's my experience, my opinions, my insights. It's just formatted in a way that's good for that channel through AI and then scheduled with a social media tool. So trying to rip off the old Neil Patel, be everywhere, be seen process. But this is what I'm doing. I put a full course actually on how to do this together in Growth Models Plus, which you can get a trial of for a single $1. Within that course, you get access to 3 different custom GPTs that I've created. One is to help you script your video. One is to help you optimize the video for YouTube. And then one is to help you turn the transcript into a half dozen social posts quite easily. If you want that, you can get it. Join Growth Models Plus. It's a $1 trial. You can go test it out, see what you like, see what you don't like. The only thing that I haven't covered here is this is great for posting, but what you then have to do is you then have to look at engagement. What I'm doing with this is I'm picking 1 or 2 channels. YouTube is my number 1. LinkedIn is my number 2. And then I'm going in and engaging with people when they leave comments, or I'm following up with them doing spearfishing approach. What this all comes down to is that familiarity builds trust. If you're consistently offering value on platforms, you're going to get known for doing that thing. And yes, as Neil said, you might not get as much money as if you'd grown this massive corporate entity, but that's not my goal. What is my goal is to earn a good living without having to be tied to a lot of bureaucracy. And so I need to get that familiarity so that people feel more comfortable buying my offers. The right repurposing system ensures that you can spend minimal time creating, maximum time distributing, and then following up with people, right? So instead of burning money on ads to do all of this, you can actually do it quite easily. And then if you want to put money behind it, you can. Check out the Spearfishing with Dynamite video I did about how we actually do that. This is the exact system that I'm actually using. You can copy and paste it just by checking out Growth Models Plus, link in the description. If this was helpful and it's got you to think about how you're going to adapt to your marketing strategy, please leave a comment, leave a subscribe, give me a call. I don't know. Anything that would help grow the channel. As I said, YouTube is my primary focus for the time being. But look, your audience, they need to see you consistently. Start implementing this kind of a system to get in front of them more often, because with the ACCA model, if you've seen stuff that I do, that attract mechanism is where a lot of people are deficient. They have good offers. They have pages that will convert well enough. They're just not throwing enough people at it. So get in front of more people. This method will help you do exactly that.